it's Riley, and it's day 40 of recovery from phalloplasty. So I just want to do a little update here for you all today. And the biggest thing I want to start with is, with tomorrow being now my first day of hand therapy, I kind of want to just do a little topic quickly here of what my mobility actually looks like. So I wasn't doing my motion or stretches in my hand for about 2 weeks, so I did lose a little bit, but this is currently where my motion is at, so it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I can actually touch all 4 fingers to my thumb, which is really good. I wasn't able to do that in the last video that I did. And then as well, I can put my hand down, so not quite all the way. This one I can go pretty flush, so not quite all the way, but pretty close. For closing my hand, I'm almost there, but not quite, just a little bit further. I can crunch my fingers, but I can't close them like that. I can just bend them a little bit. That's where I find my motion of actually range is in my fingers, isn't really there. In my knuckles, it's fine. It's just more so in my fingers that I've lost. And then going straight, I can't really put my fingers out completely flat. I can get about here, and that's about it. Motion of thumb is pretty good. I can't go in like this, but I can get about here, so I can go back and forth. I can go in circles. I can move each individual finger as it kind of with the motion earlier. And then with my wrist, I can go down, up, down, up, side, side, which the side motion is not very much, but also I do have some padding under here, so it kind of blocks my motion or range of motion and what I can actually do in my wrist motion. So that one is going to be a little bit tricky until we do a change on the dressing, which might actually be changing tomorrow as mentioned, but I'll get to that. So right now I am working on my mobility and my strength. My strength is actually pretty good, but I just can't grip anything past this. So if it's to be closer into my hand, I can't really squeeze too hard, but I can squeeze things. If I was to hold this, I can, I can hold that, I can squeeze that. It's just not the same as this hand, but it is, kind of getting there, because I do have a ball that I'm supposed to be using to do my workouts with. So I'm supposed to be squeezing that a couple times a day, and then moving my fingers and doing my stretches and stuff, which I just only recently started again in the last couple days here. So I'm just starting to get my mobility back. But yeah, I am still looking forward to and excited about the arm therapy for tomorrow, and just looking forward to seeing how that goes and helping just to increase, and get my mobility back. But still trying to not overdo anything as it's healing, but also starting to push myself a little bit more, because really at this point, all that really needs to heal is the hypergranulation tissue, which has gone down a significant amount. And then just the one spot that's back here that was on the back where the tendon is, and two, where the scabbing is, that all did fall off, and it also is granulation tissue. So I have 2 spots really of granulation tissue right here on the back and then on the front, and everything else around it is actually really looking really, really good. I'm very surprised at how fast my arm actually would be healed if it wasn't for those 2 spots. At this point, I would say if it wasn't for those 2 spots, my arm would be about 80% healed. It is very fast healing on my arm. It's just now, because of the skin graft not taking and this little problem area here, that it is taking longer for things to heal on that. But anyways, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And then also tomorrow we are having the home care nurses come in and do a dressing change, and also show me the updated information of what we're supposed to be doing, because my skin graft specialist did end up sending them some new information regarding my arm and just the dressing changes and how that's supposed to look. So we're going to go over that tomorrow, hopefully, and be able to then, go do any further dressing changes that we need to from here, and hopefully nothing else will really change too much in the near future. I just feel like it's just so constantly changing, but that is something they said, as your arm starts to heal and things are changing on there, you may need to do a different dressing change, as especially for me, with the hypergranulation tissue, the eschar, and all that stuff. It just needed to change on what we were doing in order to help heal those specific areas and whatnot. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. And then also Thursday, I have a update with my urologist as well, and just checking in and making sure everything looks good and get another update from her. But also I want to go over only really one concern for me right now with the phallus is that there is still a bit of scabbing closer to the tip And with that, though, is two things that I noticed. Is one, that it looks like underneath, I don't know if it's just because of water or whatnot, like it just looks like there's a little bit of oozing underneath, which apparently is normal, but I'm just concerned only because it looks like there might be still some blood under it, but I don't know if it's just because it got trapped or whatnot. But it's something I just want to bring up to my urologist in case it's a concern that they want to bring up to Montreal, which I also did send pictures of to them, but I haven't heard anything back. And then the other concern for me right now is that currently it doesn't look like there is a hole at the tip of my phallus. So I'll see what Montreal says about that, but unless it's a little bit further up, because there still is a little bit of scabbing that is left, but not a lot. So unless it's a little further up than I expected right now, it doesn't look like there's a hole there. So what may have happened is, as it was healing, the tip may have healed together. But I'm not too sure, but I'll keep you all posted on that. It's just something that I only just actually I'm talking to a few people that may have experienced the same thing. So it's something that sometimes can happen, but I'm just not really sure what they would want me to do in the meantime, if I would just leave it or if there was something that I would need to be doing till I'm able to go in for stage 2. But anyways, yeah, I'll keep you all up to date, obviously, on that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a light little update for y'all since this week is looking kind of busy, and I didn't really have a topic video for today. So if you do have any further suggestions on topics or anything like that, please put them down in the comments down below. But as well, if you have any questions or anything at all, about this journey or recovery, again, also feel free to put them down in the comments. But I just really appreciate you all being a part of this journey and the process, and just being here watching all these videos. So thank you. And lastly, I will say there will be a link in my description, and I'll give you access to my link tree. And then that will give you the access to my Amazon wish list and my recovery tip option if you want to go and help and support me in that way, as it is appreciated during these times. But also that it gives you access to also my other social medias, as I do like to post other content and stuff, on my journey and just life and whatnot. So feel free to follow me on any of those, but also make sure you follow me in here so that way you can stay up to date on these videos and updates along the way. But anyways, I really appreciate you all, and thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.